Hi, I'm Vikas. Meri Suraksha aims at providing Swiggy-like quick service to medical and police emergencies. With Meri Suraksha, we can save more than 10 lakh lives and prevent thousands of women harassment cases in India in a single year. Every second during medical emergency is important, but a large part of this time is spent on initiating ambulance service to the emergency location. First, the user needs to make a call to the control room. There, the representative will try to extract the location details from the user. Next, the representative will find an ambulance driver close to this location, then convey the location information to the ambulance driver. Then, the ambulance driver will contact you and get some help in the navigation and finally arrive at the emergency spot. And this process is complicated and time consuming. But with Meri Suraksha, all these intermediate steps are removed and automated. As soon as the person requests for help, the nearest ambulance will be automatically alerted and the user's location will be shared. And the ambulance driver can quickly arrive at the user's location using Google Maps. And all these things happen in a fraction of a second. Let's see a demo of it. Meri Suraksha runs on Google Assistant. Google Assistant is supported on all Android devices, iOS devices, and even on Geo phones. It also runs on smart speakers like these and also Android Wear devices like these. This is the Android app that we have built for police and ambulance drivers. This is the phone number that has been registered by the user to receive emergency alerts. The ambulance driver will select ambulance as the service and yes as the availability, and he will be updated in our server. And whenever a person requires medical help and this ambulance driver is in the close proximity, he will be notified. This demo has been set up in such a way that this ambulance driver is the closest driver available for this user. Now let's imagine a scenario where a user who is currently at home needs medical help, and all he has to do is this. Okay Google, ask Meri Suraksha for medical help.
Okay, let's get the test version of Meri Suraksha.
We have received your details. Nearest ambulance has been notified and will be there in 5 minutes.
As you saw, the emergency contact received the message. It has the user's phone number and the current location. And this ambulance driver received a pop-up. In this pop-up, when he clicks on this dial icon, he can directly contact the person who needs help. And when he clicks on this Google Maps icon, he can directly navigate to the place of emergency. And once it's done with this, he can click OK button. And all these things happen with just the voice of the user. Most people in India aren't aware of what to do until the ambulance arrives. And we were told by a lot of doctors that majority of the patients can be saved if they are provided with critical yet simple procedures like CPR in case of an heart attack or ORS solution in case of low BP or sugar until the ambulance arrives by the people around him. So with Meri Suraksha, as soon as the request for medical help has been lodged in our control room, a person in the control room will contact the person in emergency. Either he can answer the call or people around him can answer the call. So we will try to know what are the symptoms he is having. If he's having heart pain, if he's having chest pain and is sweating profusely, our machine will use machine learning algorithm to predict what is the possible complications he is having. And in this case, the machine learning algorithm will predict he is having a heart attack. And from our control room, we can instruct the people around him to perform CPR to the patient. And this can prevent the worsening of the patient's condition. Let's see a demo of it. This is the website that we have designed for the control room, and any medical emergency that has been reported will be available here. Details such as user's name, phone number, emergency contacts, the latitude, longitude, and the medical records the user had submitted during the registration will be available. So as soon as the request for medical help has been requested, we can call the user, and either he can receive the call or people around him can receive the call, and we can understand the symptoms that he is having. So let's imagine in this case he's he tells that he's having chest pain and cold sweats, and he's male, and his age is about, and his date of birth is 1952. So when we click on get diagnosis, under the hood our machine learning algorithm will take these details and predict that he probably can have a heart attack or coronary heart disease, and the department that needs to handle is cardiology. So now with these details, we can instruct people around him to perform CPR, and we would also have his previous medical diagnostic details. With all these details, we can provide him with the critical instructions that can prevent his condition from being worsened. Once the ambulance has picked up the patient, in most cases he will be taken to the nearest hospital. But the problem is that this hospital may not be equipped with the sophisticated instruments that are required to treat this patient. In case of a heart attack, if he is taken to a nursing home, there will be no use. Then he has to be taken to some other hospital, and we will be wasting a lot of time here. And this is valuable time that we'll be wasting. But with Meri Suraksha, we would have already predicted using machine learning the possible complication he is undergoing in the previous step itself. Now we can directly take him to the hospital relating to his complication. If he is having a heart attack, he can be taken to a hospital that is equipped with instruments that can handle this scenario. Whenever a woman feels unsafe, she can use Meri Suraksha, and the nearest police will be automatically informed. In addition to this, her device will start making loud noise like walkie-talkie sound or siren, and this will scare away the goons. And from our research, we have found that most of these goons are illiterates. As soon as the device starts to make this sound, the first thing that comes to their mind is to run away. So let's see a demo of it. Okay Google, ask Meri Suraksha for police help.
Alright, getting the test version of Meri Suraksha.
Connected to police. Police will be there in 5 minutes.
In India, about 80% of the women harassment cases go unreported. And the reason is that the women will have only gone through a bad incident, and police got a lot of complications. And one thing we found common in all these women is that they have this tendency to prevent others from going through the same incident. So with Meri Suraksha, we are trying to provide an anonymous platform where women can report these sorts of incidents, and we are using the data from this to create awareness among the people. Let's see a demo of it. Okay Google, tell Meri Suraksha I would like to review a place.
Sure, here's the test version of Meri Suraksha.
Go ahead, give me the details. Let's start with the time when this incident happened.
Yesterday at 9:45 p.m.
Okay, where did this incident happen?
Vijayanagar.
Give me a better insight of that situation.
Exactly at 9:45, I was surrounded by goons, and they took my purse and scolded me and abused me.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad was it?
7.
Would you like to lodge a complaint?
Yes.
Your complaint has been lodged and sent to the respective authorities.
Okay Google, ask Meri Suraksha, is Vijayanagar safe?
Sure, here's the test version of Meri Suraksha.
Total of 3 incidents took place in Vijayanagar, safety index being 7.33.
Police can also see the harassment cases that have been reported, and here we aren't displaying any users' details like name or location to provide anonymity. And police can also visualize these things. Currently, we are using dummy data. Regions that have been marked with red color have higher cases reported, and ones with green have fewer number of cases being reported. So, with this data, police can reallocate their resources from regions that have very less number of cases to the regions that have that require a lot of attention. In addition to all these features, we are working on storing users' data in a blockchain. So this can prevent users from hacking into our data. In 2017, Bangalore police data was hacked, and with blockchain, we are hoping to prevent these sorts of incidents. Another important thing that we are working on is providing support for regional languages. So with this, we can expect larger adaptability of our software. Thank you for watching the video.